Today I'm going to be talking about business card etiquette. So to start us off, I want to talk a little bit about what you actually should put on your business card. There's a lot of different styles of business cards. You can get plain, glossy, plain being more the matte finish, or different shapes and sizes. By getting a die cut, you can have your card be basically in any shape that you want. Die cut's a little more expensive, but kind of depends on what you want. So my card is a glossy finish, and it's got full bleed and full color, and it's two-sided. You don't have to get it two-sided if you don't want to, but why waste a whole side of your card where you could be, I don't know, putting your logo or something memorable on it. And then you want to make sure that you have all of your contact information. Your logo maybe on one side, and then your contact information, including your name, phone number, address if you so choose, email address, and then if you want to feel a little tech savvy, add in your Twitter address. Have all of that on one side, easy to read, with your business website or your personal website, whichever you choose. It also kind of depends on what kind of card it is, if it's your personal card or if it's your company card. Then, as far as the different shapes and sizes, there's the tiny square ones, there's those long strips from Moo cards, and then there's the different ones that are in plastic and steel that are really expensive. Whatever you choose, I'd say the thinner cards, the only note to make on that is, while they do stand out and are pretty memorable, they also are very easy to lose and don't go on a stack as nicely as these do. Whatever you do, don't make them larger than the normal business card would be. It just makes it hard to put in wallets, and I don't know, not very beneficial if you're in a networking situation. I mean, where does that person put that card after they get it then? Now, as far as handing out your cards, you want to make sure that you either hand it out with both hands or your right hand. A lot of communities, like the Muslim community, would consider it rude to hand a business card with your left hand. So make sure you use your right or both hands and receive it with both hands, and make sure that the text is facing towards them so that when they do receive it, they can look at it really quickly and be like, oh, memorable. And then once you receive theirs back, make sure not to just like throw it right away or stick it in your purse or fold it up. Check it out a little bit, make a comment. If you like it, make a comment on that, or, oh, so you're from Uptown. Just something to make a little bit more conversation and let them know that you care about, them giving you something. Make sure that you did hand it to them. Make sure you don't just throw it on the table, because then they have to reach over, pick it up, and that's just rude. So when you are going to put your card away, don't just throw it in your purse or in your back pocket really quickly. So if it's like a Japanese community, for example, they feel like the business card is kind of an extension of their body. So putting it in your back pocket is considered rude, and so is writing on it. It's okay if you want to make notes on cards after you get home, but it'd be a much more appropriate thing to use a notebook and pen when you're with them if you need to make notes. And besides that, if you're in a meeting, you should have the notebook and pen anyway to take notes, because if somebody's saying something important, or if it's a business meeting about a website, you're going to have lots of notes to take. And it's rude to just sit there and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to remember everything that you're saying later. Just not true. Always remember the pen, always remember the paper. That way you don't have to ask for it when you get there too. So that you're not just shoving it in your purse, there's lots of things that you can put it in. And I have one of these handy business card cases. Mine's kind of shiny and pretty and has like a nice little design on it. Yours doesn't have to. You can pick these up really cheaply. I got mine from Target for like $5, so it wasn't super expensive, and it actually holds quite a few cards in it. I think mine has like 25 or 30 cards that'll hold in it, which is quite a bit, and you can always keep extras hidden in your purse. The nice thing about these cards is they'll keep the cards nice and clean and fresh, and keep the edges from being bent by just throwing them around. So having one of these is definitely key and not expensive. If you are a girl, sometimes we have these nice little clutches, and they have little cases and places for credit cards and so on. And these are another really convenient place where you can stick business cards without it looking really rude, and with it being really easy for you to pull it out of your purse right away, especially if you have a big giant purse like this. You don't want to be, fumbling through and being like, oh, where's the business card? Don't get me wrong, when I have my big purse with me, I sometimes do that too. So I've started trying to put it more. Most purses have the front pocket. If you just stick it in there, it'll be really quick for you to just reach in, grab your business card, and go. Remember, when you are networking, you're not trying to promote yourself and be that guy, as Chris Brogan would say. You're not selling a bunch of stuff. You're not trying to be promotional about the company you work for. It's the same as Twitter. I've talked about this multiple times. It's like a cocktail party. You go to a cocktail party, people don't want you to be me. They want you to, make a relationship, get to know them, get to know each other. And in doing that and building the relationship, it's not about, oh, this is a poker tournament, let me hand out all my business cards and see how quickly I can network. Instead, make the relationship. When you're ready to leave, shake the hand. Be like, it was nice getting to know you. Maybe we can do coffee sometime. Here's my card, here's yours. And again, don't put it in your back pocket, and instead make sure that you put it in something like your purse, inside of one of those business card holders, or in your front pocket. You don't want to, if you're a guy, just pull out your wallet, be like, oh, shove it in, and then stick it back. When you are doing the business card thing, don't ask for seconds. If you meet the person the next day or again and you're like, I lost your card, it's really rude. Make sure that once you get home that you take all of those business cards. It doesn't have to be the same night, especially if it's late. I don't really expect you to do that. But the next day maybe, go ahead and stick it in a database. And there's a lot of things that can help you if you're doing a lot of networking to make it easier for you to be able to store all of that information quickly, so you're not going through 100 or 200 or 300 business cards and handwriting them down or hand typing them into an Excel sheet. You don't have to do that. There's lots of business card scanners and ID scanners that'll help you with this, and they're literally, you just stick all the cards in and shuffles through them. This is again where those really tiny misshaped cards become a little bit of a problem. But there are companies that will do all of the scanning for you, where you can send them in 100, 1,000 business cards, and then they will sort through them and organize them and then scan them all for you. One of those companies is Cloud Contact, and literally you just mail them all of your cards, pay for it, and they scan them all and send you back, and they'll even host them online for you if you'd like. So there's one option. Get all of the information really quickly and then be able to put them into whatever kind of contact system that you have, or client management system that you generally use. So I recommend that. Again, as far as the next day and what to do to keep in touch, within 24 to 48 hours, make sure that you send a thank you note. And the handwritten ones definitely make a lot bigger impression, especially if it was just an interview or a business meeting or a potential client. You really want to make that impression, and it can be the complete difference between you winning that bid or not. So getting nice cards is really helpful, and I've showed you this in a couple of other episodes about sending thank you notes, but I found these at Caribou the other day, and they're by Papyrus, and they're so cute. For guys, this is probably not really super appropriate, but for girls, this is really a cute idea, to just get the really simple cards. They say something cute on the inside, and then really, really memorable. But the one thing about these is they're sold one at a time, so maybe getting a large stationery thank you cards is probably a little bit easier. But it, again, sort of depends on you and how customized you want to be. I mean, you can get one that even has your initials on it. But in the thank you card on the inside, another reason to send it within 24 to 48 hours, beyond that person potentially forgetting who you are, is so that you can handwrite it, and at that point, you'll still have it all fresh in your mind and be like, oh, we did that one funny thing, or whatever. Write something memorable about how you guys met, so that, it jogs their memory when they get the card. And everybody loves receiving hand mail. I mean, how often do you get anything beyond junk or bills? Not very often, probably. So this will just give you that one extra edge step above everybody else. So I hope this helps, and if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything you'd like to add, as always, you can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/DesireeV. So I'll see you guys all next time. Thanks for watching.